Petey, Chapter 17. Trevor's thoughts raced as the three boys sauntered toward them. "Hey, Petey," he whispered. Petey looked up, fear clouding his stare. "Can you make a bunch of noise and flop your arms around if you need to?" Petey nodded. "Okay, do it if I nod my head, okay?" Petey grunted his agreement as the boys approached. String gave Trevor a shove. "So what happened to your old buddy here? Did a garbage truck hit him?" "Leave him alone," Trevor said, regaining his balance. "Maybe the old fossil needs a real push. You push him like a wimp." Kenny grabbed Petey's wheelchair and started to spin it in circles. Petey frantically looked to Trevor for help. "Stop it!" Trevor grabbed the edge of the wheelchair and stopped its turning. "You're going to hurt him." "A little spinning won't hurt anyone unless you try to stop us," said Kenny. Before the stocky boy could start spinning Petey in circles again, Trevor spoke calmly and deliberately. "Petey gets seizures when he's scared." "Yeah, sure, and I can get cancer if I pick my nose," Kenny taunted. "Get out of the way, you twerp," growled Bud, giving Trevor a shove that sent him sprawling on the sidewalk. Trevor looked up at Petey for a brief second and nodded. Kenny grabbed the chair and started spinning Petey in circles. Suddenly, Petey began grunting and squealing. His arms thrashed about and his body convulsed. "He's having a seizure! You're killing him!" screamed Trevor from the lawn. String balked. "Quit it, Kenny. Maybe he is having a seizure." "Aw, shut up, you chicken," said Kenny, spinning Petey faster. "I'm getting out of here," Bud said suddenly. The boy turned and ran. String nodded. "Knock it off, Kenny. You're hurting the guy. We just wanted a little fun." The lanky boy turned and ran after Bud. Finding himself alone, Kenny looked around nervously and let go of the spinning wheelchair. Petey continued grunting and squealing like a siren, his bent arms thrashing about. Kenny backed away. "I didn't hurt him. Why is he flopping around and making so much noise?" Trevor kept a serious face. "He's dying." Fear flashed across Kenny's face. "I didn't do nothing," he stammered as the wheelchair stopped. Trevor pointed an accusing finger. "If he dies, you'll be arrested for murder. If he doesn't die, he could still be permanently injured." Kenny kept backing away. Petey, weakened by his effort, calmed down. "See? He's okay," Kenny shouted. Trevor bent over Petey as if listening to his chest. "Play dead, Petey," he whispered. Suddenly, Petey went limp, his arms dangling lifelessly over the edge of the chair. "Oh, no! He's dead," Trevor said. He looked Kenny directly in the eyes. "And you killed him!" The big bully stared at the wheelchair, his mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water. He shook his head. "Oh, no! I didn't mean it! Then suddenly he turned and ran. Trevor looked down at Petey, who had large beads of sweat on his forehead. "You okay?" he asked. Petey opened his eyes and nodded. Then suddenly he started laughing. Loud, intense, belly-shaking laughs. Trevor, feeling the old man's complete joy, laughed himself. "That was some seizure," he chuckled. "You even had me worried." Petey grinned. "Aye, aye." Then he jutted out his chin. "Ooh, you want me to try a seizure?" Petey smiled. "Aye." Trevor grinned. "Okay." With that, he fell down on the lawn and flopped around, making guttural snorts and gasps. Soon both of them were laughing so hard that tears rolled down their cheeks. When they could finally talk again, Petey looked up and said, "Tha-oo-twa." "Are you saying thank you?" "Aye." "Tha-oo-twa." Petey jutted out his chin. "Does twa mean Trevor?" "Aye, aye." Petey smiled a big toothless grin. "Tha-oo-twa." "You're welcome." Trevor squeezed Petey's shoulder. Petey wiggled and smiled broadly. Slowly, Trevor pushed the wheelchair back toward the nursing home. 2 weeks ago, he had never even met this old and twisted man. Now he felt as if he had found a friend. The following week, as they finished a walk, Trevor said lightly, "Petey, you're fun." Petey's face turned serious. "Why? Why? Why? Because you're so crazy." Trevor knew instantly his answer hadn't satisfied Petey. Several days later, when Petey visited, Petey's eyes leveled on him with a piercing stare. "Why? Why? Why what, Petey?" Petey waited. Trevor's mind raced. Why? He still couldn't be referring to their conversation on the last walk. "Do you mean, why do I like visiting you?" "Aye, aye." Petey had a serious look on his face. "Petey, it's like I said. You're always happy. Who else can I push around and tell bad jokes to without getting hit?" "Oh, goodbye," Petey said his goodbye with a smile. So it meant, "Oh, go on." Trevor was glad Petey didn't push the question. He wasn't sure what he would have said. 1 week later, Trevor showed up just to say hello. Instead of his customary smile, Petey met Trevor with the same intent gaze. "Why, twa? Why?" Trevor stood staring. "Are you still asking me why I like to visit you?" "Aye. You're not letting me out of that question, are you?" "Oh." Petey's face fell deathly sober. Trevor swallowed hard. "Okay, Petey, can we go for a walk and talk about it?" Petey nodded. The 8th grade boy and the 70-year-old man discussed many things that afternoon. Trevor did the talking, and Petey grunted his agreements, disagreements, or questions. They talked about life, about bullies, about hurt, and about friendship. The conversation was awkward, but Petey waited patiently. Petey, maybe it's not you who needs all the help. Wahoo? Petey's look was gentle, as if he knew Trevor was beginning to understand. Wahoo? He repeated. It's me too, Trevor said. If I don't care about you, I'm like the bullies. I go through life not caring. After moving to Bozeman, I needed a friend as much as you did. Goo, goo, Petey nodded. The walk home was quiet, in a very good way. Before Trevor left that day, he faced Petey and looked directly into the eyes he had once feared. Petey, did I answer your question why I liked visiting you? Goo, Petey grunted, a warmth filling his eyes. Hey, Petey, I have an idea, Trevor blurted. What? Let's do something different instead of just going for walks. How about fishing or shopping? Aye, bo. Both? Aye. First, okay, we'll do both. Which one first? Fish. Petey smiled in anticipation. Petey, have you ever been fishing? Oh. Trevor held his fist to his mouth like a microphone and spoke loudly like an announcer. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only Petey Corbin shall catch his first fish. Petey glowed with anticipation. As Trevor left that afternoon, he heard Petey repeating the words, Go fish, go fish, go fish.